The Spurs just got De'Aaron Fox, and it's been a crazy trade deadline. We saw Luke get traded. Now we're seeing De'Aaron Fox and Zach Lavine both get traded. And the Spurs, to break down this full trade, the San Antonio Spurs got De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. The Kings don't have a point guard now, which we'll get to that later in the video. The Kings, they get Zach Lavine, the City Sokoa. I don't know who that is. City Sokoa, something like that. They get 3 first-round picks, a 2025 Charlotte pick, 2027 Spurs pick, 2031 Timberwolves pick, and they get 3 second-round picks, a 2025 Bulls pick, a 2028 Denver pick, and they get their own 2028 pick back. I don't know why teams are getting picks back. That's kind of confusing. The Bulls get Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their own 2025 pick via the Spurs. This trade is insane. And the Spurs didn't have to give up anything to get De'Aaron Fox. They still have Stephon Castle. They still have Harrison Barnes. Still have Chris Paul. They still have all of their key guys. The only people they gave up some picks, and they gave up Zach Collins and Trey Jones. And they brought in De'Aaron Fox. They essentially traded nothing to get De'Aaron Fox. Like, this deal for the Spurs is an A+. You bring in De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin, who won't do anything, but he's there. Hey, Jordan McLaughlin is a Spur, so congratulations to him. Have fun in San Antonio. Maybe he gets dealt again. I don't know. But you bring in De'Aaron Fox as the Spurs, and then you still have Wemby, along with Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, Jeremy Sohan. Like, I just named off all of their key players, and they still were able to get De'Aaron Fox. Like, that move was absolutely insane to me. I love it for the Spurs. This makes them instant not title contenders, but it definitely helps them, and it makes them an instant playoff team for sure. And they're going to be a great team for the next 10 years. Like, they're really set for the future. Obviously, Wemby's a generational talent, and they're going all in on making this team as great as it can be. Now, the Kings, I'm confused on this move, because you had Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox at one point, and you was like, well, I got to make a decision because I want to build around one of them. Then you decide to trade Tyrese Halliburton to the Pacers, and he's been really good for the Pacers, even led them to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And now you trade De'Aaron Fox, who you decided you were going to build around. Now you trade him, and now you're traded 2 all-star level point guards. Now De'Aaron Fox, the stuff that he's going to do with Wemby is going to be insane. Then you get back a bunch of picks, which is great. And then the City dude, he doesn't really do nothing. His points per game went down from 3 last season to 1 this year. So he serves no purpose. He's just here. Nobody knows who that guy is. I don't even think, nobody knows who he is. But Zach Lavine with the Kings doesn't make sense. Obviously, you've seen Zach Lavine and DeMar play together with the Bulls. But it's like, they can be a solid play-in team, but it doesn't make no sense because now you have no point guard. And it's already confirmed that the Kings are going to be starting Malik Monk at point guard. Their starting lineup is Malik Monk, Zach Lavine, DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, and Domantas Sabonis. Malik Monk is one of my favorite players. I love Malik Monk. But he's serious. But him leading the team as the point guard, that just sounds absolutely disgusting. They're having Malik Monk and Zach Lavine in the backcourt as your 2 guards. Like, that defense is going to be some of the worst defense in the league as far as guards go. Like, that perimeter defense doesn't look great at all. Like I said, Wemby and Fox teaming up, like, that's going to be amazing. And then let's talk about the Bulls and what they got in return. So let's just put this into perspective. Mikal Bridges went for 5 first-round picks. Rudy Gobert went for 4 first-round picks. And then he's like, that's a lot for players like that. Rudy Gobert, multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. And Mikal Bridges is just known as an Iron Man. So Rudy Gobert, he has actual awards and accolades. And Mikal Bridges, he's great. I'm not saying you need accolades to be good. But he got traded for 5 first-round picks. Luka Doncic only went for 1 first-round pick. And you know how many picks the Bulls got back for Zach Lavine? They got 1. So you telling me Rudy Gobert and Mikal Bridges go for more than what Zach Lavine and Luka Doncic do on back-to-back days? This can't be a real world that we're living in. Like, the Luka stuff still confuses me at this moment because that just doesn't seem real in my head. And even though I've seen it on the NBA app, seen it on the Lakers Instagram, that's just insane. Now, the Bulls get back Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and a pick. Now, the Bulls have to rebuild, they have to retool, and they have to sell. They got to get rid of Vucevic, got to get rid of Lonzo, because this team, these moves should have happened like a year or two ago. Like, you should have been got rid of Zach Lavine. But I feel like you could have got more last year if you trade Zach Lavine. Like, there's no way Zach Lavine's asking price is this low. Just Zach Collins and Trey Jones and Kevin Huerter. Like, I feel like the Bulls could have got more for in this trade. Just like I feel like Dallas could have got more for Luka in the trade with Anthony Davis. Just like Zach Lavine, he's a multiple-time All-Star. He's a cool player, but I don't know how well he fits with the Kings because Doug Christie, I will admit, I was wrong about him as a coach. He has been doing some great things. But now you put him in a terrible position because now you're running Malik Monk at the point guard. You don't have a backup point guard, mind you. I mean, unless you want to run Devin Carter, but is he ready to be a starter yet? So you have to keep Malik Monk in the starting lineup. You obviously bring in Keon Ellis off the bench, who is a really good defender. But Keon Ellis is better than Keon Ellis is a better defender than Malik Monk, Zach Lavine, and DeMar DeRozan. So this trade is just insane. So the Spurs definitely come out of this as winners, being able to get De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. Even though McLaughlin won't really do nothing and it's based around De'Aaron Fox, this is a really great trade for the Spurs. You get an all-star point guard to pair him with Wemby. You keep your key pieces and veterans that you signed in the offseason. And then your team is set for the next 10 years with Fox and Wemby. And Fox, that's who he wanted to play with, Wemby. So that chemistry is going to be instant. It's going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see the Spurs with that lineup and how it's going to look, because that's going to be a really fun team. The Bulls, I'm just glad that they're finally selling. I feel like they could have got more, but it's a good trade for them if they also trade off Vucevic, because they had to sell at this point. They can't keep trying to be a 9th and 10th seed every year. Now, the Kings, I don't like it. Because I don't like it for the now, because I feel like it sets you back. You want to be a playoff team, but I feel like you're probably missing a play-in at this point with this move, because De'Aaron Fox is the better player and the better fit. So sometimes just having the better player doesn't mean better fit, but Fox is a better player and better fit than Lavine for the Kings. They do get a lot of picks back, so it sets them up pretty good for the future. But if their goal was to trade for Zach Lavine, that's like a win-now player, but Fox is also a win-now type of guy, so I don't think this trade makes a lot of sense for the Kings and for the now, and I don't think it helps them at all. I think they get worse with this trade. But man, the trade deadline has been crazy. If it's some other trade stuff that's come out, best believe I'm making a video as soon as it happens, and I only got one class tomorrow, so this has been a crazy trade deadline. Comment y'all thoughts below what y'all thinking about the trade, and that's it for this video. Peace.